want to go back to another breaking news story this morning. Apple in talks with Microsoft to replace Google as the default search engine on the iPhone. Joining us now on the phone is James McQuivey. He is an analyst at Forrester Research. James, how much do you think Google should feel threatened by this?
Well, Google obviously is going to be upset that Apple is now positioning it as the bad guy in the relationship. You know, when Apple switches away from Google to someone like Microsoft, that's a pretty big move, and it signals to the whole market that Google is the competitor to fear and to not partner with as readily as perhaps everyone did in the past.
So, I mean, iPhone users could get, as default, Bing versus any Google search engine, which, I mean, this is huge. I mean, how much could this be a benefit to Apple?
Well, it's a tremendous change for Apple in strategy, and frankly, in the long run, it's not something Apple wants to do. Ultimately, Apple would probably build its own search engine in the end. They probably aren't ready to do that now, and so they're looking at Microsoft in the short run and thinking of Google as whatever we can do to stop feeding that monster that's around the corner, we'll just do it for now. But eventually, Apple wants to do this on their own.
James, is it possible to quantify at this point in dollars and cents how much Google stands to lose and how much Apple stands to gain?
I think in the short run, if you could quantify it, the dollar number wouldn't be high in terms of the number of ad dollars that Google gains from iPhone users. But over time, that number is going to rise. It's going to become more and more significant. And so what Apple's trying to do is prepare for a future where they can starve Google from some of its future revenue more than the present revenue.
James, is Microsoft now just a player in Apple's game?
That's absolutely right. Microsoft is just a pawn here. There's no reason that we need to look at this as a victory for Bing. Of course, Microsoft will hope that it becomes a victory for Bing. But like I said, Apple's going to build their own search engine. They don't want to feed Microsoft.
James, we thank you so much. James McQuivey joining us there from Forrester Research.